In order for we to see an accessible, a barrier-free Ontario, we really need that attitude shift. We need allyship to help us get there. We need to, enshrine autonomy and agency. We need to see accountability to get there. We need a new date set, and we need measures. We need the AODA having some teeth so that it can be enforced, as well as funding to have there be incentives.
Together with friends along the way, united with strength to face the day. We're together and now we're here to say, united we will be the change.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Above and Beyond the Accessibility and Inclusion podcast, counting down the 12 days till the AODA becomes fully accessible. 1, 2, 3. Yay!
Yay! Wait. No, today's day one, which means this is the last day of barriers. Come on, let's do it with a little bit more effort.
Come on, okay.
Okay.
1,
3, 2.
Yay!
Yay!
Finally, after 20
Woohoo!
long years.
Woo!
Slow
Woo!
clap. Slow
Woo!
clap.
Okay, I've got. Wait. Barrier free. Barrier free. Barrier free. Woo! All right.
All right, now that we've gotten that out of our systems,
Yeah, exactly. Gotta put the maracas back.
I'm just interested to find out, Maddy, what to expect. I'm
Yeah, I
interested.
mean, when the 11:59 becomes 12:00, like I'm just like, are all of the ramps gonna suddenly appear? Are all of the door buttons gonna suddenly always work? There's going to be ramps instead of stairs everywhere? Is everything going to be available in Braille? Are all of the websites of the Ontario government going to be actually legible for people with low vision? Are we going to have translators for everything? Yeah, are the attitude like everybody in the streets going to be like, what can I do to accommodate you? Oh, what can I do to accommodate you? Let's just and school's going to be amazing for all kids. Those with disabilities are going to be all of a sudden, experiencing real education and without feeling stigmatized and without having everything done specially. Wow, just peeling. I cannot wait for that veil to pass and the world to, at least Ontario, magically change.
It's things like
Wait.
we're going to have enough
Hold on a
PSWs.
second. I think Doug Ford has a magic wand and is using it for something else. Instead of using it for something else, is actually using it to boom accessibility
But I
promise.
don't think the magic word is abracadabra.
No, it's more like abracadabra, which is actually what it was. It's abracadabra, not is abracadabra. Okay, little side note here. Abracadabra is the Englishnifying way of it, but it was avracadabra, which means drop dead or like something like that. Cadaver is a dead body.
Yeah.
So when we say abracadabra, we're not realizing what the power of the words actually were. So little side note there.
Okay. All right. A little Houdini action.
I'm
From Maddy.
autistic. I have to share these facts. I
Appreciate
can't
that,
stay in
Houdini.
my mind.
Okay. So now we talked about what to expect tomorrow, Maddy.
Mm-hmm.
But let's kind of, all joking aside, let's delve into the reality.
Do we
It's going to
have
be
to?
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same Wednesday as every other Wednesday that's preceded it.
Yeah, for the last 20 years, Wednesday is going to be Wednesday, and people with disabilities are still going to have to wait till we don't know how long.
Another day,
Another
to
day.
another day not yet set in the future.
And
Yeah,
it's tough. I'm frustrated, especially lately, when I hear the word patience. Well, just be patient. Just be patient. It'll come.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, we've preached patience long enough.
yeah,
It's time to act. It's time
yeah.
to think of it as a priority and utilize urgency rather than consider it an afterthought.
Sit in my chair for a week. Sit in my chair for a day. Try to get around, especially in the wintertime. Try to get around today. We've got about 14, 15 centimeters of snow falling today, which means, I know that for every 10 centimeters of fall is about a day that I can't go out because it's the conditions aren't ready for pedestrians. They're certainly not ready for me. I can't get out today. But tomorrow, will I be able to get out? I should be able to get out. So sit in my chair. Sit in my chair today. Anybody who's got some sort of responsibility or authority over things that should be accessible, like seriously, sit in our chairs.
Governorship. Governorship.
Yeah.
And I haven't even looked out the window today. I haven't even looked outside to
Don't do
really
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
to know what the weather's like.
Don't do it.
I don't plan on it. I don't plan on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's not really
And
nice out for us.
yeah, and hazard, I guess to say it's probably not going to be nice out for us for the next, generously saying, 2 months.
Curb cuts, please you shovel those curb cuts, curb shuts. If you don't shovel them, we're gonna not be able to get around and we're gonna get stuck in the snow, so please don't do it. Curb cuts and driveways. Please clear all your sidewalks, curb cuts and driveways. Doodle-doo-doo.
I
A
would
little
rather
ditty for us
invest in
today.
I would rather be invested in a solution than pay for a lawsuit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had this issue a couple of weeks ago going to a particular strip mall. It was shoveled, but it was not shoveled very well. All the snow banks and snow remnants, where were they? At the bottom of curb cuts. I even had the power assist, and that power assist wasn't going anywhere because, I was skating through the trenches and not able to do what I needed to do because of the um, snow being where it is.
And the problem is, like when we're out and about, and we have the things that we're trying to do, we have our the chores and things, the places for us to get to. When we get sidetracked, we can't deal with every single one that hits us, and we don't have the energy to go deal with a side thing with the city hall or town hall, depending on where you are, or county hall. We have to get our things done, and these things get in the way of being able to get our chores done and our tasks done. And it's just, I sometimes wonder if our challenges have such a low priority because we just don't have the energy to chase each one of them down, because we've probably had these experience of being told, well, minimum standards, blah 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 blah, and it makes it harder for us to keep going, to keep pushing it, to keep trying to make change. This is the place where allies come in, because when we share this to our audience, who aren't all people with disabilities, but you're involved or interested in allyship in some ways, and if you're seeing our shorts, I hope that you take the time to see all of our shorts, because there's lots of really good messages in each of these short of around 1 minute things.
Yeah.
It takes the damn village, and it's the whole idea of the AODA was to bring in standards that would, in all of the different aspects and areas of our life, so that over 20 years we would slowly and surely get to the place where businesses were barrier free, municipal and provincial government institutions were barrier free, schools were barrier free, and we would see an Ontario that was extremely inclusive. We're not there, but it takes all of us, not just the people with disabilities who are, sharing their stories, but it takes all of us to really step up the attitude shift that's needed to take place for us to see these barriers gone.
In Canada, 1 in 4 identify as members of the disability community, ages 15 and up.
Yep.
And that's not including our kids. Our kids are our future. And if we build with accessibility and inclusive at the forefront of the conversation, the future generation will not only survive, but they will thrive. Oftentimes, Maddy, I look at, things in Hamilton, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a little cute thing where they've had a contest where they were naming the snowplows. So we need Chillin' with Dylan, the snow villain, as the snowplow to come out and do things right. I mean, surely I put in above and beyond plow, but that wasn't accepted. And I don't mean to make light of the conversation because it is a very important conversation, Maddie. That that we have our rights upheld.
Yeah.
And as people with disabilities, the fact that there's governorship over them when people don't necessarily know us and trying to think about our safety, trying to think about our well being, I think that's, for all intents and purposes, Maddie, condescending.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and I feel like who knows our own safety better than us? Being able to dictate what we need as accommodations shouldn't be negotiable.
So looking back at the last 12 days, I think that we've talked a lot of we're Canadians, so we have a lot of A's.
Mm.
So we're talking about accessibility. We've talked about autonomy and agency. We've talked about attitudes, allyship, accountability. Wrapping up, we've also had talks of a lot of other little topics, but these A's have kept coming through time and time again, and it really in order for we to see an accessible, a barrier-free Ontario, we really need that attitude shift. We need allyship to help us get there. We need to, enshrine autonomy and agency. We need to see accountability to get there. We need a new date set and we need measures. We need the AODA having some teeth so that it can be enforced, as well as funding to have the incentives. And all of these things, we ask the Ontario government, please give us a new plan that's reasonable, that's going to get us there. And the rest of the folks watching this, do your part, be an ally, help change attitudes so that we can really see that barrier free. Feel a real celebration where we're actually celebrating the barriers that have been.
You know what? Here's another A for you, Maddie. We need Anthony for Ward 8 in 2026.
All right. Hey.
You know, you
All
know.
right.
I just thought of that other A that we needed to add.
Yeah. Yeah. That way you can ward off all the disability issues.
Ward off those villains and attitude busters,
Yeah.
and we
Exactly.
need to bring forward the strength and the autonomy and in our voices. But our voices are only part of the solutions. Actions need to be put forward and a plan in place, like you talked about.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think, and another A word that you talked about, Matt, is the accountability of those plans. You know, have the plan in place, follow the progress, and then follow the solution. Be part of the solution. Otherwise, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. And we want to be okay.
Right, and we wanna thrive in our communities. So I think when we talk about day zero, the first day of a fully accessible Ontario, Maddie, I think we need to talk about like plans going forward. We need to talk about people, places, and things from the tangible to the intangible approaches that we need to take, and we need to hold people accountable. We need attitude. Uh, we need, and I want to say this with respect, we need an aggressive approach because, as we've talked about, we've waited far too long.
Yep, 20 years, and so it's just it's time. It's the time is now. We need to see action. We need to see a plan. We need to see how it's going to work, and we need to see our place in it. We need to be involved in this because, as we keep saying, nothing about us without us. We need to be at the table so that you're doing things with us and not doing things to us.
Give us a place and a space to be present in the community. And I guarantee you, many people with disabilities will earn it. But we need the accommodations and the places and spaces to ensure that we belong.
No, and the next time you'll see us will be on Thursday, January 2nd at 5 o'clock when we do our first live of the new year. And it'll be Day-O. It's a Day-O.
Dale, man, we want to be accessible.
Yoo-hoo.
All right, guys, thanks for joining, listening, and watching as always. We will be back for day zero on Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Together